Previously on Kung Fu Maintenance.
Checked the evaporator coil yesterday for any leaks. I didn't find any leaks there. Got a number of things going on in that. I can see that the valve here is capped off, and there's an extra valve been added here.
And all these extra valves have been added. So we must have had leaks before for them to want to add extra valves like this.
Definitely seems to be sensing something there, huh? Want to move it away, and then we come back. Yep. And we do see some oily residue around the deal there. Let me turn that off. Probably going to grab some soap bubbles and retest this here. I think that might be where our leak is at.
Back to the present mission.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull the disconnect, and then I'll turn the unit off inside. I'll turn the unit on inside, and then that way I can control when it turns on, and we'll leak test this with the bubbles. Alright. Okay, I just went ahead and lowered the temperature down here. Just pushing the down button, it's on hold, and I put it all the way down to 68 just to make sure I can find our leak in time, as well as charge up the system according to Superheat. Let's get this going. Definitely see some bubbling there. Okay, so here goes. A little leak testing. Now it's not under pressure or super pressure at the moment because we just wanted to get an idea where we're at. Definitely see some bubbling there. Just on this one here. Okay, well, yep, that's it there. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Pull the cap off. It's on there pretty tight, and we'll just listen for it here. Oh yeah, see the bubble? When I opened it, it looks like that's where our leak is at. And you can see it bubbling there. Little gasket there. Pull that off. Alright. Here's our Schrader valve. Got a couple tools here. Here's a Schrader valve changer. Problem is how tight we are here. It's possible. And then this one is just for a little bit of tightening. Oh, it is loose. I was actually able to tighten it up there. Let's give it a test. Let's see here. Yep, still got some bubbling coming out of there. So maybe better to just change this Schrader valve. Just pre-loosen it just a hair to make sure the tool is going to be able to get it off. Working with refrigerant, we really want to wear gloves here, so I'm going to go ahead and put some gloves on. These are disposable gloves, and I like to wear 2 pairs of these. These work good for this for me because they don't transfer the temperature as much. So the reason we're wearing gloves is to prevent frostbite. It also makes cleanup easier later, but the real reason is to prevent frostbite. You don't want to use a fabric glove, because if you use a fabric glove, there's a good chance that the Freon, the liquid Freon, and the vapor can get it wet, and then you won't be able to get it off. Sort of like hot grease, except it's going to be freezing your hand. So anyway, here we go. Hopefully I got enough room to get my tool in here. I need to make sure I'm able to shut it off once I get it out. What we want to do is line this up right where our Schrader valve is positioned. And that looks right there. Just like so. And then we'll tighten it down onto the port. These can be pretty tricky. I'm going to keep it pressed in. And then now I'm going to twist it out. Hopefully I can get the valve out. These can be very, very tricky. Just so you know. Okay. Now turn it off. And now we'll take off the back. And I'll see if I got my Schrader valve in there. Nope, I did not get it. The valve is depressed. Working here. So now reopen it, repress it in, and try to get this puppy to turn out. Come on, buddy. Not had much luck so far. Oh, actually I did. So we got the old one out, and I'll seal it off. There we go. Okay. Not the way I would have preferred to do it, but the deed is done there to extract the old one. And we lost a little bit of Freon, but that was necessary. Okay, so there's our old Schrader valve. And now we'll put in a new one. This tool is pretty cool in that it has new ones in the back of it here. So here we go. There's our new one. Put it on the end here. And insert. Make sure that that's on there good. There it is. So now we twist it on. Open it up. Now we're going to insert the plunger and then twist in our new Schrader valve. Now you may be worried about air getting into my system, which I am, but because the system had Freon in it, the Freon is pushing out of the system so the air can't go in that way. It's not until we're running the system and we hook up a hose line that the air can be sucked in via vacuum, as the compressor's acting as a vacuum and pulling the refrigerant through the suction line. So in this instance, the refrigerant is pushing out, so that's why when I pulled it off, it's not too big a deal. Anyway, I believe we got our Schrader valve in there, and now it's nice and snug, nice and tight. I'll pull it back, turn it off, which is sort of unimportant at this point, and we'll untwist our deal here. Again, you want to wear gloves, and you also want to wear safety glasses when working with refrigerant. That's your PPE, personal protective equipment. Okay, so our new Schrader valve is in. Now we can see it there. Give you a little close up there. And then here's our other tool that gives a visual tightening. And we're in there nice and tight. And now we're going to leak test that. I'm using our soap bubbles. Nope, and we still got a little bit of a leak there. More than I'd like. Oh boy. Seems like our deal is not grabbing very well inside the valve. Not good. I might wind up pulling that puppy back out, starting over here. That one. That was just leaking too bad. Okay. Well, it's like I always say, they can't all be easy, huh? Okay. Let's pull this out and have a look, huh? Oh, come on. Today is not my day. Man. Seems that the deal stripped off inside there. which would explain why we have another cap here. Haha. Okay, I've got a brand new Schrader cap. I'm gonna need to just cap this puppy off. Call it a day here. This thing is not good. It seems that that's why this one has had other valves added on. Tighten this down. And we'll leak test that to make sure that we have no more Freon leaking out. Okay, we're okay there. Alright. What I'm going to do is come back and wrap this up and put a note on it not to use that valve, and we'll use this one instead. Okay, we'll test this one. Yeah, and we're okay there. So that's the story there. This one was leaking, and no more leak, so that's good. Well, they just can't all be easy, you know. It just is what it is. I'm going to retest that after I put it under pressure to make sure that that's not leaking. Now I'm going to be charging according to Superheat. Get all set up here and show you. Get that going. We're looking for ambient plus 30, and we're not there. It seems that maybe our Schrader valve is not working properly. Not really engaged here. That definitely seems way too low. Yeah. Unfortunately, that happens. You'll run into that sometimes where can't really trust the gauges all the time. This is a new set of gauges too, and everything's working good there, but we got a problem on that Schrader valve. I can take it off and retry it here. Maybe I'll do that. I'm kind of using the hose itself to pull this apart. Oh boy. Not good. Not good at all. That's why we wear the gloves. You see how it froze it? Oh, it's bad. I'm going to need to pop that off and cap it. In order to do that, man, I need to change that Schrader valve. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the unit and do that so that it's less pressure. Let the pressure cool down a bit. Pull that out and try to replace that Schrader valve. That was bad. What are you going to do though? Oh man. But you see how it froze the gloves? Again, important to wear this gloves as well as safety glasses. So now I'm going to try to pull it off and see if I can get it better without the well as be ready with my shut off. Come on, buddy.
This could have easily meant a trip to the hospital with frostbite if it wasn't for the gloves.
Alright. Wow, it can't all be easy. Good. We didn't lose all our Freon charge. Lost quite a bit though. Whew. good that we didn't lose it all. If we lost it all, we'd have to pull the vacuum first and then recharge our Freon. I'm hoping that the Schrader valve has shot out or is not in there so that I can stick a new one in there. Oh, can't all be easy. I say that a lot, don't I? Okay, here's our new Schrader valves. Again, I'm sure hoping the old one is not in there so that I can put a new one in. If not, I'm going to have a mess on my hands trying to make sure I can pull the old one out. Okay, so we're going to insert the Schrader valve on here. Okay, so I've inserted my Schrader valve here, and we're going to feed it on through. Seal it off here. Now we'll open the line and I'll try to feed it through. Let's see if we can get our new Schrader valve to take inside there. I don't think it did. Nope. Okay, plan B, I'm going to have to try to extract the Schrader valve that's in there. It may have just broken off. When it comes down to it, I may just have to leave my tool up here and buy a new one. But let's see if we can get the old, oh yeah, I got it. I feel it. Help it turn. Let's see if we can pull that old Schrader valve out. Still a chance. Come on, buddy. Turn the refrigerant off. Hopefully. Yes! Alright, we extracted the old one. Sometimes it's a little easier on the high side just because it's got pressure behind it. See how these work? Push up on the little button and it opens to let the refrigerant through. Okay, here's our new one. And we're going to insert it in. Tighten on our deal. Open it up. Feed it on through. And we don't want to over tighten this. We just want to thread it in. Just till it's snug, just like finger tight, which is a little tricky because you got to kind of maintain pressure. There we go. And now we're ready to test it out. So here comes the moment of testing. Again, important to wear gloves and safety glasses. Here's hoping. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and let's leak test that. Got my leak seek here, which my sprayer is not working, but oh, no leaks. That is awesome. Okay. Well, yeah, they can't always be easy, but I'll settle for a few. That went pretty good, all things considered. Okay, now back to the drawing board. Gonna rehook up our high side line. And we'll repurge it. Anyway, here goes. Before, our pressures were not showing up, so now we'll see it show up.